I was thinking as she was testifying, Brother White had mentioned last night, said, I'm just expecting for some Sunday, sometime I come into the church where God just touches my back and takes that titanium out of my back and God heals my back. You know, God is able to do that. If God is the one that created that body, He's the one that can recreate and He can do it.
Right.
Now, I wasn't going to talk about it. I'm going to tell that testimony that Sister Godwin was talking about just now. You know, before I tell you this, you're going to think that I'm fibbing. I promise you, I don't take it lightly being on the platform. I would never lie in the first place, but I definitely wouldn't lie on the platform of God. But anyway, so a couple Sundays ago, I had a very important piece of, well, it was a check. I had a check in my phone. I had put it in my phone case, and anyway, make a long story short, I left and I went from the church up to Walmart and I pumped gas. We went from there to Culver's 8. We went from Culver's to Walmart Market. I picked up prescriptions for Mom. I went to another gas station in Cape to go in and use the restroom and get a soda pop. Got home, and guess what? The check that was in my phone was gone. Gone. I mean, could not find that check. It was gone. And I said, oh, Mom, I don't want to have to call this person and tell them, you're going to have to put a stop on that check because I lost that check. I didn't want to do that. And I said to Mom, I said, I'm going to go back to Jackson. I'm going to go to the church and just hopefully that check has been dropped in the church and I can find that check. So I started out and I went to call Brother Reedridge. I couldn't get a hold of Brother Reedridge. And I was going to tell him, I've lost something. I just need you to help me pray. Anyway, make a long story short, all the way from Morley to Jackson, I prayed, God, please help me find that check. Please help me find that check. And the Lord spoke to me and said, go back to Walmart where you pump gas. I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to listen to your voice. I went back. I looked around. I looked around the pump. There was no check. And I knew I hadn't went inside, but I went inside and I said to the clerk, I said, has there maybe been a check, personal check that was turned in and it had the name Ken Allen? No. And I don't know why I said this to her. I said, well, I'm just going to tell you right now, I know the Lord didn't tell me to come back here for nothing. Her eyes got big. And she says, well, you can look around the store. I said, I didn't come in the store. I said, well, that check has got to be here because the Lord spoke to me. And she said, well, you can look around. So the only thing I knew to do, and let me just tell you that it was a very, very windy day. It's right before all the storms hit, very windy. And I'm talking, this has been 2 hours now. 2 hours had passed. The only thing I need to do is go out there and look at the little grass between the pumps and the road. And I just could see paper and I was picking everything up. No check. And the only thing that was left in that yard, I had started picking up their trash. The only thing left in their yard was a yellow Solo cup. And I thought, well, I might as well, since I'm picking up the trash, go pick up that yellow Solo cup and at least throw it away for them. When I picked up that Solo cup, that check was perfectly in that Solo cup. It looked like that cup had never been used at all. That check was in that cup, still in the grass 2 hours. And I never put no check in the yellow Solo cup, and I didn't throw nothing away at Walmart. But you can't tell me that God didn't put that check inside that cup and left it right there for me. I'm telling you, God is able to do above exceedingly what we can even ask or think when we don't do what we need to do, and we fail. God never fails, and God's able to put His hand and keep that check right there until I got there. And thank the Lord that I listened to His voice and knew where to go. Because I'm telling you what, if it wasn't that God spoke to me, I would have left Walmart. After I looked, I wasn't there to pick up trash, but I was picking up trash for them, and I'm thankful that God had His hand on that check. God is a good God. We used to sing that old song, I love the Lord, and I don't take it back. He has been so good to me. And truly the Lord has been good.